Hello. Thank you for joining me this morning for our Wednesday devotional. Even if you're watching this on another day, I appreciate your listening to my thoughts this morning. My wife and I have a nice house with a nice screened-in back porch. We enjoy the screened-in back porch. It's very, very relaxing and big enough so we have several chairs out there, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful room in our house. And so she and I don't think alike about the back porch. Whenever the weather is accommodating, I like to keep the door from our kitchen open to the back porch. Just leave it open and have that as one more room in our house. Walk in and out as one more room. Debbie doesn't like that so much because our porch has a screen door, of course, but the door doesn't lock. So she fears that someone could just walk right in, and if the door to the kitchen is open, they could walk right into the house. And I suppose they could. But when I'm home, she'll say, "Have you checked the lock? Have you checked the door?" And I'll get up and go and check it. I was thinking this recently as I was reading from 1 Peter chapter 1. I read these words. It says, "Who are kept by the power of God through faith unto salvation." Kept by the power of God. And that's what I thought about. Aren't you glad that in our Christian lives, we don't have to keep checking the lock? We don't have to keep checking to see if the door is locked or if the door has been left open. We're kept by the power of God. No, I'm not criticizing my wife. She thinks differently than I do. But for our salvation, we're kept by the power of God. In fact, I thought of several ways He keeps us. He keeps our salvation. We're kept. We don't have to keep our salvation. He saved us and keeps us. At the funeral I conducted last week, one of the ladies was a family member of Mrs. Martin, and she had professed to be saved when she was a child in our church, in our services or Sunday school or vacation Bible school. I don't remember when. But when we offered the invitation after the funeral, and at funerals I give people the opportunity to be saved, she raised her hand that she was accepting Christ as her Savior. Now, I rejoiced with her, but if she was really saved as a child, she hadn't ever lost it. Our salvation is kept by the power of God. We need to realize that, what a joy that is, and not abuse it, not go out and live like the devil because we know we're saved. But we're saved. We're kept by the power of God. I thought of several other things just to give you something to think about today. We're kept safe by the power of God. Every day as we drive around or even walk on sidewalks, we're not necessarily safe without God keeping us safe. On the way home from church Sunday morning, my wife and I went at different times, and she saw an accident on the way home. And she thinks nobody was hurt, but we don't know. We're kept safe by the power of God. What a blessing it is. I think, and I've illustrated this before, I think of a little dog that's enclosed in a fenced-in yard, and he sees a big old dog going by, being walked by his owner, and he starts barking at that big dog, and he tries to scare that big dog, and he wishes he could get out to get that big dog. Well, that fence is not just keeping that little dog inside, that fence is keeping that little dog safe. A big dog could tear him up. And that's how it is with our salvation. Sometimes we see things we want or things that we think are good for us, but God fences us in. God protects us, gives us a hedge about us, and keeps us safe. He keeps us safe in so many ways. He keeps us straight doctrinally. I believe sometimes when we get off doctrinally, we'll hear something crazy and it'll knock us back to the right way. He keeps us say. His doctrine is steadfast. His doctrine is sure. I mentioned on Sunday the young lady who said, I'm spiritual, but I don't go to church. Well, she needs church to help her stay spiritual. She needs church and to attend church and the fellowship and the challenges to be what she ought to be. So I'm reminded again today, and I want to remind you that we're kept by the power of God. What a wonderful Savior we have. He's keeping us today, keeping us safe, keeping us saved, keeping us steadfast. I trust you'll have a good day and serve the Lord everywhere you can. God bless you.